welcome back to Wizard Wednesday. You have your warm-up here. Please copy it down in your notebook and magically pause me now. Okay, you must be done now. Let's go ahead and get started with our answers. 10 times 5, if I count by tens 5 times, I'll get 50. Same with 6. 60 is your answer. Moving on to number 2, we're going to add 555 plus 168. 5 plus 8 is 13. Regroup the 1. Then I have 1 and 5 and 6, which makes 12. And then 1, 5, and 1, 7. Final answer, 723. Moving on to the next addition problem. 7 plus 9 is 16. Regroup. 1 plus 2 plus 0 is 3. 7 plus 2 is 9. Final answer, 936. Let's move on to number 3. Write the number 272,411. Does yours look the same as mine? I bet it does. Number 4, write 6,847 in expanded form. We're going to stretch it out according to its place value. The 6 in this place is worth 6,000. The 8 in that place is worth 800. Then we have 40. And the last place, 7. I just stretched it out. It's the same value. Number 5, 48 divided by 8, or if I had 48 of something and I put them in 8 groups, how many would be in each group? The answer is 6. 36 into 6 groups, I would have 6 also in each group. Or I could flip-flop it for a multiplication problem. What times 8 is 48? I know that one. 6 times 8 is 48. What about what times 6 is 36? 6. Very good. So you could do it either way. All right. We are going to move on to our workbook. Go ahead and open your book up to page 676. And we're going to talk about the scales on our graphs. They're going to get bigger today. Magically, you might say. Ding! Okay, page 676 at the top. You see 2 graphs. What are they called? The one on the left is a bar graph. The one on the right is a pictograph. Very good. So they actually have the same data, just represented in a different way. The bar graph is very straightforward. The bar goes all the way to the number that it represents. The pictograph, however, we have to look at the key, because the key now tells us a black dot stands for 2 children. That's why if I look at checkers, the bar is 6, but there's only 3 dots. That's because each dot is 2. Let's check chess. Yes, 1 dot because there are only 2 chess players. Computer, 8. That would mean 4 dots. Do you see 4 dots? I do too. And the last one, puzzle. Does it match? Why? Very good. The puzzle bar is 6 and there are 3 black dots. So that data matches up. It's only represented in a different way. We are going to now make our own bar graph to match the pictograph about insects. Move on to number 1. We see bees, butterflies, ladybugs, and dragonflies. Look at the key. Each dot stands for 2 insects. So when we're making our bar, we have to take that into consideration. Bee has 3 circles. So how long would our bar be? 2, 4, 6. That's right. Let's draw our bar now all the way out to the 6. Go ahead and try butterfly. Did you get 2, 4, 6, 8? Yes, very good. Finish ladybug and dragonfly. Ladybug, 2, 4. Dragonfly, 2. All right, we're ready to answer questions. How many ladybugs are in the garden? I could look at the pictograph or the bar graph, but I'm still going to get the same answer. There are 4 ladybugs in the garden. How many more bees than ladybugs? So now I have to look at the bees and the ladybugs and decide what to do with those numbers. Okay. So if bees are 6 and ladybugs are 4, what am I going to do with that number? I need to find out how many more. Yes, subtract. And you would get 2 more bees. Very good. 6 minus 4 equals 2. Okay, moving along. Let's turn to the next page. We are on 677. Okay, number 4. Multi-step. Use the data in the bar graph to make a pictograph. All right, go ahead and make your pictograph. Don't forget the title, favorite pet. Take a look at the key. 1 smiley stands for 5 children. Ooh, we bumped it up to 5. Now we're going to fill in our pets. Bird, cat, dog, fish. Okay, let's look at that bar graph. A bird has 10 children. So if a smiley face equals 5 children and we have 10, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Very good. We're going to draw 2 smiley faces after bird. See if you can do cat, dog, and fish. Remember, each smiley equals 5 children, so you're going to count by 5s. How many smiley faces did you get for cat? When I look at the bar graph, there are 20 cat owners. If I count by 5s, that would be how many smiley faces? 5, 10, 15, 20. 4 smiley faces after cat. Well, if I know cat has 4, what do you notice about the dog bar? It's exactly the same, that's right. So how many smiley faces will you draw? 4 again. And then fish. Poor fish, he only has 1 smiley face. What kind of pet do you have? Oh, I have a cat and a dog. Okay, you saw the cat, so maybe another guest someday will be the dog. All right, number 5, hot. Look at the graphs above. Ted thinks that 2 more children chose dog than bird. Is Ted correct? You don't have to write the answer, but think about it, and then we'll talk about it. If Ted thinks there are 2 more children than bird, children chose dog than bird. Is he correct? So let's look. The dog line was 20, and the bird line is only 10. So the pictograph kind of looks like 2 more, but he forgot that each smiley face equaled 5. So there are actually 10 more dogs than birds. Do you see how that key makes a big difference? So always check your key first. All right, you are going to pause the video and do page 678, and then we will check it. All right, welcome back. Let's check your work. Now, the first problem we had to make dots. Did you look at the key first? I hope so, because each dot stands for 2 cats. There were black cats, brown cats, and white cats. Now the data told us 10 white cats are at the show. So 10 divided by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is 5. So did you make 5 white dots? Then 6, 2, 4, 6, 3 black dots, and 4, 2, 4 brown dogs. So 2. So let's check that again in the right order. Black, 3 dots. Brown, 2 dots. White, 5 dots. And then we have a question. Use the graph we just made. How many fewer brown cats than black cats? How many fewer brown than black? So I've got 6 minus 4 is 2. Notice they gave you the answer choice 1. Why do you think they gave you that? That's right, because if someone didn't look at the key and they just saw the dots, black has 1 more dot. So they're trying to trick you. Always remember, they're going to put the answer they think you might choose. When kids make mistakes, they usually make the same certain mistakes. So they give you that answer as a choice. They're trying to trick you. All right, number 8. Use the bar graph. How many books did Noah read? So that was a very straightforward bar graph. It's up to the 6. Did you fill in 6? Very good. So go ahead and tear out our yellows, which are 679 and 680. Tear those out, 679 and 680. Okay, the reason why you're tearing them out is those are the only 2 pages out of your workbook that I want you to send to me after you're done. So your assignment is to complete those 2 yellow ones, 679 and 680, and then have mom or dad submit it with all your other work. Okay? We have our reading lesson coming up next where we can find out who the girls' houses will be. Ding!